Hello, it's Reviews Day Tuesday, and today I am going to be talking about Doctor Who Series 11. I reviewed the first episode, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, after it aired, and I will put a link to that review below in case you would like to see it. But today I'm going to be talking about this series as a whole, including the New Year's Day episode. I'm not going to really include any spoilers, so don't worry too much about watching this review if you haven't seen every episode. So Series 11 was the first starring Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, and it involved her meeting and going on adventures with her new friends Ryan, Yasmin and Graham, played by Tosin Cole, Mandip Gill and Bradley Walsh respectively. They found themselves competing in an intergalactic race, meeting Rosa Parks, fighting spiders, trapped on a medical ship, meeting Yaz's grandmother in 1947, going undercover at an online shopping service, witch finding a parallel universe in Norway, helping an amnesiac pilot, and coming up against an old foe. There was a lot in this series, especially considering that there were slightly fewer episodes than we're used to, but because they were more standalone stories and because time was obviously passing between the stories, it still felt to me as a series as quite vast. I didn't miss the 13 episode arc, and because the episodes were really all standalone stories, I think it makes this the easiest series since Doctor Who returned in 2005 to dip in and out of. I mean, Grace's story and Tim Shaw's were really the only things, unless I'm forgetting something, that really cropped up multiple times across the series. I liked that overall. I felt it made the show seem light and fresh, and I think it made the reveal of the enemies in the New Year's Day special more exciting and impactful as well, because it hadn't already been done to death throughout the series. It didn't feel really at all reliant on previous series of Doctor Who or on the audience's prior knowledge of the show. I wasn't constantly expecting everyone we came across to be somebody we already knew. And there are benefits to both styles, of course. An overarching story is very rewarding, but I really enjoyed how this series played out. There was more freedom to open up the world and have different episodes, different styles, standalone, impactful episodes that didn't have to be part of a whole master plan. Most of my favourite episodes from Doctor Who series past have been those sort of episodes. Like Blink, where it was completely different to the rest of that series. Vincent, I guess, would be another example. And in this series we had several. We had Rosa, an important thought-provoking episode, asking difficult questions and causing difficult discussions. And similarly, Demons of the Punjab, which was my favourite episode of this series. Of course, the downside of this sort of episodic style is that there's maybe less opportunities for character growth, or you really have to work hard to create character growth. I liked how Ryan and Graham's relationship developed over the series, but I said in my review of the first episode that I hoped that Yaz would get more of an arc over the run, and I wasn't entirely satisfied at the end of the series with that. She had plenty of important moments, but she was such a capable and unflappable character throughout, and I never really felt like she was tested. It felt a bit like she was a supporting character to the others, and that's a shame because I really loved her character and I liked Mandip Gill's portrayal of her. And now on to the Doctor. From the first episode to the last, the Doctor was always just the Doctor to me. Whittaker played her so well, I loved her interpretation. There was no question she was very recognisably the Doctor, and with her own style and eccentricities as well. I was so happy and impressed, and I can't wait to see her next series. So yeah, I really enjoyed this series, as you might be able to tell, and so much potential for next series as well. As I say, I'm really looking forward to it. There were always going to be weaker episodes of Doctor Who, and that was the case this series. There were some weak episodes, but there were none that I was disappointed in after I watched them. Just ones that I thought were not as good as the others. I will give Doctor Who Series 11 4.5 out of 5. I would love to know what you thought about this series of Doctor Who. What were your favourite episodes? What did you like about the new show? What did you dislike? Let's move across to the end screen. If you would like to see some more reviews from me or my latest video, then you can do so below me here. And you can also subscribe to my channel or visit my website if you should wish to beside me here. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you later on in the week.